Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to talk about the top reasons why the Vanagon is the ultimate camping machine. Let's go check it out. First, it's got an easy to access engine. What? You guys, that was a trick. Here's our engine. In the back. The rear, we have some tool storage here. I did a video on that earlier, a couple weeks ago. If you want, check in for that one. And the engine is actually just under here. So let's take the cushion off. So here's a view of the engine bay. Now let me tell you, if you've worked on any other vehicles before, this one's actually quite easy. You can see it is totally open and you just reach in and fix it. If you have to take it out, it comes out from the bottom. So the engine is really easy to work on. The other thing is, if anyone's thinking, hey, what about adding oil? You have to check your oil in the Vanagon. Where would you go? Wow, it's so just fast and easy. It's unbelievable. Just open up the plate, look right there. There's your oil, your dipstick checker right there. And you even have coolant right there. So very easy to do. So that's great. Size. The Vanagon size is perfect. And let's see, the front of the vehicle, roughly around... Anyway, you can see it's around 15 feet, I guess. 179, 178 inches. So let's go measure another vehicle. So here's your standard SUV. Here's an Acura. And let's see, if we measure this Acura, how long it is. All right, and you can see there's the back bumper. Let's see, we're going down here. Well, look at that, close to 15 feet. So that's about the same length as our Vanagon. So I don't know how that is in metric. What's the number there? 460. So anyway, that would be 4 meters and 60 centimeters. So the Vanagon is about the same size as an SUV. That's great for parking. So let's take a look at the interior. So here we have the interior. We've just opened the door. This is just a towel here for the doggies sometimes, you know, if you get dirty paws. Anyway, so we have our bench seat there. The rear is opened because I was in there showing you the motor earlier. Let's take a look at what this is. There you go, cooking, and we even have running water. So we have stove, we have running water, we got a fridge there, we got some hydro, but most importantly, this thing is huge. It's way bigger than an SUV. I wish I could show you the size of this, but you know what? This lays down into a bed, and we have a bed up there. So let's take a look at that. Now to open up the pop top, all we have to do right here is in here, we're just gonna pull this back so it's gonna click, just like this. So let's pull this bed out. Just like so. And now we have our bed. So from the rear view, you can see the bed, just how big it is, and then how much room we have. And this is all due to the engine being in the back. Now, in the rear, we have lots of space. Like I said earlier, space for tools, space for things. We have a nice closet. Let's see even what's hiding in here. Some lamps, some card games and stuff like that. For mosquitoes, stuff like that. Who knows what's in the other side? There you go, lots of packaging and stuff like that, sleeping bags. So lots of room. Let's take another view. I'm standing right up, and there's our other bed. So we got our bed on top, just like this. We can look around, we can unzip this. For mosquitoes, we got our nice sunroof up there, and there we can see is the driver and passengers. So if I sit down like this and just look up, you can see just how big this thing is. It's absolutely huge. So you can see people on the top bunk, and you got a bottom bunk too. So this is really good. And then in here we have some nice space where we can just put some extra stuff, but watch, because as you're driving around, it does make a noise. Then we got our table. Everything like this is awesome. Let's pan around to the front. You can see we have nice captain chairs with armrests on both sides. There's a driver's one. So we got an armrest on both sides. So that's really cool. Same with the passenger, armrests on both sides for those long trips when you want to be comfortable. So there you go. And there's our shifter, steering wheel, fancy gauges, another phone left nearby. Looks pretty cool, lots of room. Let's take another view. So this part's really cool. One of the best things about it is just your driving position. They are so cool to drive, and you know what? You can actually teach people how to drive on these things. They are that easy to drive. Here's a free video on how to learn to drive a manual transmission, especially on a Vanagon. So if you want, I'll throw up the link above. But now let's get back to looking at the interior. Tons of room in the back, and if we pan up, we can see our top is popped. and someone could be sleeping up there. Here's how the van looks with its top popped. So it looks really, really cool. Let's come around like this. You can see nice and high. Got the front door open. Just like so. So you can see we got our cool wheels on it. But anyway, point I was trying to make is tons of room.
So the other thing I wanted to mention was just the fuel economy. Me in particular, I get great fuel economy with my van. I live in the Toronto area. I drove it to Halifax and back round trip. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but it's quite a bit. It's kind of across Canada. It took me about 16 hours there, 16 hours back, including all the driving around in Halifax, and I think I burnt about $600, and that was the price of gas at the time was around $1 a liter, somewhere around there. So anyway, my van gets pretty good fuel mileage, and if you're wondering why I look so comfortable, well, I am just laying down in my van. Let's sit up. There we go. So now let's stand up again in the van, and yeah, I know you want to take another look, so there you go. Take another look. This room is just phenomenal. The other thing I really wanted to mention, one of the greatest things about the Vanagon and why it's the best camper van ever is you can name your van and no one doesn't think anything about it. Everybody names their vans.
So my van's name is Steve Green. I even got him his special little thing there, so we know his name is Steve Green. We live in Ontario, and so I don't forget the keys, I put this on, but basically my van's name is Steve Green. Windows all the way around our van. Sorry, that door is open, and actually it's totally wide open here, but there are windows there, and there's, well, someone's gonna say I didn't show it, so there we go. Let's close our door. There you go. You can see, so there's windows all the way around this van, and same with the back. There's a huge back window there. The nice thing is we have these curtains, so you can move the windows. They all are on these nice things here. And you know what I noticed? For a van this old, this stuff is just awesome quality. I don't even know what it's made of, but it doesn't seem to decompose or really fade with the sun. Like, it is absolutely awesome. And the other thing is you've got these little clips everywhere. There's clips right there. Everywhere where there's stuff in the back where this stuff can all be covered when you're sleeping at night, so you can have privacy. So these windows, of course, can close, but there is snaps everywhere for privacy. There, you follow there, and they go around. There's another snap there. So they basically go around the vehicle. There's another snap right there. So when you back up, what happens is when you're camping or sleeping, all of these windows can be covered with fabric that has snaps. So that's really, really neat. So I'm sitting in the back there, and I just want to show you my view from the back. There's actually right behind me, as you can see, but I'm sitting in the seat, and let's see what I see from my view. So here's what I see. You can see there's my knees, there's the shorts I'm wearing. I look up and look at all this space. So it's just really, really comfortable. Lots of floor space. And you got to remember, this is the same size roughly as that SUV, which was an Acura MDX. Same size, but yet look at the room in here. It is absolutely crazy. You can paint them any color with any type of paint job, and no one's going to say anything. They actually look really cool. I don't know if you could do this on a normal everyday van, but with a Vanagon, you can get away with it. And maybe this is the last one. There's a huge community of followers that try their darndest to keep these suckers on the road because we all love them so much.